You can win it all at the end of the year. $50,000 total prize money. And Del Ballard makes his presence known in his 8th television appearance. Two-time champion, and here's the winner of the first match. If you just joined us, Jess Stayrook of San Diego.
Jess obviously feeling much better after a win. Picked up an extra $1,000 as he could finish no lower than 4th. And Del Ballard finished higher in the tournament 3rd than Jess, so Del gets to choose the starting lane. So he started on the left, wants to keep the pressure on himself.
All even. We're in Las Vegas, where bowling is extremely popular. A record number of Pro-Am entrants this year. 1,624 adults, 350 junior entries.
A lot of youngsters, and of course an establishment this big, it's easy to facilitate that many people bowling. And Chris, going back to the starter, Del Ballard wanting to start, obviously his confidence is high. He feels like he can strike in the clutch. I asked him, he says, yes, I like the right-hand lane. It hooks a little bit more than the left-hand lane. He says, in the 10th, I think I can do it. So that's the reason he decided to start the match.
Which do you prefer?
When I'm hot, I like to finish last, that's for sure.
Some mixing action, but not enough to get the 10 for Jess Stayrook.
Another thing to watch with this championship pair is you watch the action of Jess's balls and enters the 1-2 pocket, doesn't quite get enough action to knock out the 10-pin, is that the left-handers, both Parker Bowen and Jess Stayrook, said that the pair is identical. They can play 59 and 60 the same. The righties say 59 is slick and 60 is hooking. Could be a difference.
Other high finishers this week that have been on our first 2 telecasts. Randy Peterson, last week's winner, the AC Delco, 16th. Marshall Holman, 27th. Ernie Schlegel, who won ARC at Pinole Valley, 34th. Mark Roth, 39th. Brian Voss, 71st. And Wayne Webb, 81st. Oh, that looked perfect. That a 10-pin.
You know, it just doesn't seem that a ball that is rolled that smoothly with such a good angle of attack into the 1-3 pocket can possibly leave a 10-pin. Here's a profile very similar to Marshall Holman's. He has the cocked wrist, very smooth, rolls that wrist underneath the ball. Notice the hand doesn't go around the ball much at all. It's all done with the wrist action, and just smooth as can be. Bad break, solid 10.
Del Ballard Jr. of Richardson, Texas, in the Dallas area, 5'10", 170 pounds, and 25 years old.
Started bowling when he was 5 years old in a junior league. That's really a young start, although it works with today's lighter bowling balls going down to just 5 and 6 pounds. He told me his first game he can remember, he bowled 72. Has improved some since then.
And another 10 for the man that won Seagram's United States Open and 100 grand in Tacoma, Washington. Del Ballard, ABC Masters champion 2 last May in Jacksonville.
Del Ballard has a affinity for winning the big tournaments. His average first place prize in the tournaments he's won is average a little bit over $58,000, so he likes the big ones.
All right, now with 3 frames completed by Ballard, it's Jess Stayrook up with a 1-pin lead. 3rd frame, spare working. A lot of careful preparation by Jess. Some concentration. Now comes the time to pull the trigger. Not for the faint of heart.
Well, he should have squeezed the trigger instead of jerked it, Chris. He ends up with the 4, 6, 10. All he can do is take the ball, send it over here, and hopefully one of the pins will bounce out of the pit, or maybe the 6-pin will slide over in the 4. Best to go just for 2 pins.
And he does, and drops into a 13-pin deficit. his opponent, Ballard.
Jess Stayrook, who has 10 sanctioned 300 games, and those are sanctioned by the American Bowling Congress, the sanctioning body of all you amateur bowlers. He bowled most all of those in league. He has one on the PBA Tour.
Started with a strike, and now in the fourth gets his second. We're in our second game of the Showboat Invitational. $33,000 to the winner today.
Chris, obviously Taylor has never tasted a loss, and he's going to be very, very tough for Meekins to beat. I've watched Meekins fight. He's well conditioned, but Taylor's got a tough opponent. And here's another tough opponent on the approach in the fourth frame, leads by 13.
Bud comes up with that high hit, and he has the 4, 6, 7.
Basically, this is the same thing that the left-hander gets. He went up high, and all that Dell can do is start the ball over in the 4-7 area, and hopefully he can bounce the 4-pin out off the kickback and in to the 6-pin. Best to just go for 2 pins.
So now each professional bowler with an open frame. Dell won a trip to the Olympics in Seoul, Korea for winning a tournament. We asked him to tell us about the experience.
Probably getting into the
Ballard. Big strike. It was obviously an answer to another question about what he'd do if he went on pro bowling, and he likes figures because I asked him about the Super Bowl, and he said, well, if I have so-and-so points, I'll take the 49ers, and if I have so-and-so, I'll take Cincinnati. So he's got a few bob on it, I guess.
I don't blame him. This is the town to do it in. Now, Jay Stayrook, who has had really a stay in this match, leads by 1. He hasn't done anything really good yet. Can extend his lead to 11.
All but the 8.
Jess Stayrook, who has a nice, strong profile, has a tendency to drop that left shoulder just slightly, as you watch here. Now watch how he brings his swing outside, then inside. Now we're going to come behind his hip and then come back on through towards his right leg and extend out over that second arrow. Good shot there.
You just joined us. Stayrook from San Diego defeated Chris Warren, the Dallas area, 225 to 210. 7 strikes for 29-year-old Jess.
Stayrook with that swing inside, Chris. You can swing inside and be successful in bowling. If you happen to get it outside and go over the top, you have no chance at all. So keep it close to your body.